All right. Hello, everyone. That is an unusual for my camera. That's right. I was doing an interview today over there. It's Hawkeye. Oh, look. Dewey Cam. He is the best boy. Sweetest kitten lamb. And the sweetest kitten face in the whole world. Let's give Stewie some Stewie pet. Is the best kitty cat in the whole world, and if you disagree, it's because you haven't met him. He's a wonderful boy, and him's my baby. Anyway, getting set up here. This is the last regular season match of the season here in Nexus Gaming Series Season 9. A West got an extra week in the season because of the fact that they were a double round robin division. Means their playoffs start a week later. They did have 10 weeks, so they are getting 10 weeks. That is what's occurring. I'm just fucking with the teams. All right, we are just making sure the teams are ready to go. Minion Miners versus ReGen Anomaly. Taking a look at the standings. Obviously, ReGen Anomaly not happy with the season they've had. They came in. I had high expectations. Oh boy. Just reading chat. But ReGen Anomaly came in. I had high expectations of them, and unfortunately, just A West has really been a murderer's row. As you can see, Tainted Orphans, Phoenix Rising, Ruby, and ReGen Retro, all really high up. Minion Miners has won some games, but otherwise, it's been a pretty split division. ReGen Anomaly, their only wins coming against Wholesome Halfwits. As given that this game is irrelevant to the standings, we can take a look at the bracket. The bracket for Division A is decided. Tainted Orphans will be the 1 seed. Minion Miners will be the 4. Ruby and Retro will be the 2 and 3, respectively. So neither team is going to be able to do something here. I need to fix some settings. Sec. Caster doing a bad job. Sorry. It is not recognizing that my headset exists. This is a wonderful day. Heroes of the Storm doesn't believe my headset exists. There it is. Alright. Sorry, my headset has been a piece of garbage the last few days, but given, as we showed, this match is irrelevant to the bracket. The final bracket is decided. It is locked in. Minion Miners suggesting this might be a bit of a spicy game. We are going to Brax's holdout first. This was the choice of ReGen Anomaly, as we see ETC going to get banned out. ReGen Anomaly choosing to ban out Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple. Minion Miners banning out BOE and Towers of Doom. Minion Miners starting with the ban with ETC. And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, ETC, really the top meta tank at the moment. Joe, it seems that Joe has become second fiddle to ETC of late. And ETC has almost always been good. There was one period where he was just a little bit too vulnerable, and it was more about just picking tanks that never die. It's kind of cycled back to CC, Engage, and Peel tanks, I think. It's a shame that we will not get May in the playoffs, because I was excited to see what some of the teams do with her. Ming banned out, Sylvanas banned out. Both pretty high level damages. Ming has really come back in a big way this season. I haven't seen as much Li Ming the last couple seasons in NGS, but it's a very bursty meta. Apparently it thought I meant ETC, which I very much did not. So reloading the stats here. Ming Currently 53% win rate, but a 33% win rate, given how many assassins there are, is rather high tier. But of course, Joanna is going to be the first pick. We would expect nothing else. As you can see, Joanna, 53% pick rate and a 43% ban rate. Add it together, that's 96%. Minion Miners promised me Spice, and they just first picked Joanna. They fucking lied to me. They fucking lied. Jaina, Leo. I like those picks. Leo, early on this map, can be a bit concerning because you could see something in the lane like a Zagara. That would really punish the Leo, but that said, the Entomb Blizzard comp, never bad for getting them picks. So, Rexar, gonna get grabbed. And Whitemane picked up by Sir Mac and Cheese. And Whitemane really has been on the rise this season. I think teams just needing the time to kind of figure out how to play with her. Low pick rate, but it has definitely gone up as the season has gone on. It seems that the teams that pick her actually quite like her, significantly so. Next band to come, Ragnaros. So Ragnaros definitely, you typically think of Rag as a solo laner, but Rag definitely has that Molten Core on this map that can be quite good. So they are a bit worried about that, despite the fact that a Rexar was already picked up. Deathwing gonna be banned out on the other side. So you'd think of them more as solo laners. Although I guess you could kind of see something akin to main tank-ish Deathwing, but I was kind of surprised by both those bans. There you see the Garrosh Anna, a very good combo, especially with that Jaina. Alright, well, I was promised spicy, and it turns out that we are getting some Ghost Peppers with those last two picks. PLV and Probius. Okay. I will be honest, I did not see that last rotation coming down. On the other side, the last pick is going to be Hanzo, so very, very standard draft out of ReGen Anomaly. The first three picks out of Minion Miners, I'm like, all right, this is standard. I know how to assimilate this into my worldview. And then, shit happened. Shit happened with that draft. Is this, I guess it's a solo lane TLV. Ow. Alright. So, we have a bit of spice. Let me aim this down so it doesn't look like I'm short. There we go. I'm very, very self-conscious about the fact that I'm incredibly average height. I am 5'9.5", which is about as average as you can get for a man in America. Getting a few things squared away here. Alright, so, I don't know what to make of this, and that's kind of fun. But here we go. We are going to move into game number 1. And we will get set up to introduce our teams. On the left side, ReGen Anomaly, playing for pride at this point, playing for Canada. Personally, I say blame Canada, but that's just me. Introducing the team, Super Carve, gonna be on Jaina. We're gonna have Naisu on the Anna, Voodoo on Leo. I'm just gonna go with Leish on Hanzo, Ape Sandals on the Garrosh, and on the right side, Minion Miners, Marshall on Probius, Sir Mac and Cheese on Whitemane, Weskra on Joanna, and up in the top, it is Himibo on Vikings, and Murderin gonna be on the Rexar. Take a look at those talents. I actually have not seen Vikings talent since the rework. It is the rainstorm on this map, which is the most idiotic of the new weather events. And I really wish it would be removed from the game. But we are stuck with it. And knowing the Heroes dev team, they will try to find every reason they can to justify it. And then they'll be like, oh, we're going to leave it in the game on like these 3 maps. Because we still think it's a good feature. And then the next anomaly they do is going to be even fucking stupider. And then this game's going to die. I'm sorry, did I get a little bit too real there? Because that is actually how I feel. There's 5 heroes in the top, technically speaking. That is kind of fun. And actually, they get the kill onto Voodoo. So the 5 heroes working out. Down here in the bottom, it is 3 versus 3. Whitemane doing a good job at the moment, but now in a bit of a sticky wicket. Having to blow the W to stay alive. Survives, though, with at one point 15 HP. And there's actually Garrosh that's going to get killed here. As early lead heading over to Minion Miners. Their only death, a lowly Olaf, who is now rejoining the fight. Top point currently neutral. Voodoo trying to keep it alive. Doing some good damage to the Misha. And actually, Misha does get popped there by Leish Marvul, is what I'm going to say. Leish Marvul. Remember when they're like, we want to do anomalies because we want to run little experiments about ways to improve the game and see if it works. And they're like, let's introduce a fucking bullshit brawl mechanic that literally 3 people on Reddit like. And by the way, those 3 people, if you look at their history, they have the dumbest fucking opinions. I mean, the worst opinions. Like, I hear they like the band Hawthorne Heights. That's unironically true. One of the people is like a moderator for the Hawthorne Heights subreddit. And frankly, that's all I need to say about them. Because if you like Hawthorne Heights, you're a fucking moron. Garrosh gets picked off once again. It is uncanny how literally I believe that to be true. Wesker gonna have to back, but Garrosh now with 2 deaths. Minion Miners doing well. They're controlling the objective 94%. Voodoo makes one last desperate lunge to stall, but nothing doing. That will be a very big Zerg wave top. Sir Macacheese and Weskra pushing up to join. Probius defending in the bot against the Jaina Garrosh, but we're going to keep our eyes up here for the time being. I just want to note that Hawthorne Heights is by far the worst emo band of the 2000s. And I say that as someone who kind of liked the emo bands in the 2000s. Not gonna lie. I liked From Under the Cork Tree. That was a good album. You know, Blink-182, give me that shit all day. Leo gets down once again. And the Zerg wave gets the top fort. Ooh, but perhaps Whitemane sticks around too long? No. Well, maybe. Oh, no, she did not get dismounted. Weskra there to make sure she gets away. ReGen Anomaly now down about a level. Gonna have to try to clean those lanes up. As, taking a look, level 7s have come in. And Whitemane not going with the cleanse at 7. Saintly Greatstaff. Interesting choice. Getting some kind of auto attack burst damage here. Can provide some healing. Let's see if it gets value here. It does not. Nope, she goes down. The Ana grenade preventing her from self-healing, and eventually she does go down. So first kill of the match there. ReGen Anomaly, discounting the Olaf earlier. Eric in the top soaking, while the rest of the Vikings and Rexar work on the Firebat camp. Meanwhile, the rest of ReGen Anomaly pushing in this bottom, trying to get some value against this Probius Joanna. We have one viewer now. Everyone else turned off by my bitching about Hawthorne Heights. But that's okay, because frankly, somebody need to set it. Somebody need to say it, excuse me. Me talk good tonight. Rexar and the Vikings, by the way, have been taking boss this whole time, and it does get picked up, excuse me. Garrosh defending these Firebats alone in the top. ReGen Anomaly does get their Firebats to counter. Boss is headed for the bot lane. And, ReGen Anomaly gonna do the best they can to clean this up. Reckoning comes in, making sure that, Joe is nice, or Joanna nice and healthy there. It is the longboat raid out of the Vikings, by the way. Keep that in mind. As, bottom point is controlled by the members of Minion Miners. They're about to gain control of the top point. And, Garrosh has gone down in the top. Jaina now having to come up to defend. 2-level lead already for Minion Miners. As the boss has at least been defended into the top. So far, just doesn't seem like ReGen Anomaly really has many answers. Having a hard time dealing with all this pressure. And here comes the longboat raid. Trying to get some siege damage. Trying to get some damage onto the Jaina. It does get broken out, though. But that said, this keep does fall. As well as the, Zerg wave coming in the bot for Minion Miners. Leo gonna stay top to defend that Bruiser camp, Sentinel camp, I should say. Rest of the team comes bot to defend. Fort going down. Here comes the Falling Sword. They find the Garrosh. And there is a big Ring of Frost, but the Reckoning keeping Joanna fairly healthy for the time being. Jaina does go down. Weskra backing up to get healthy. Misha dives in. Misha does go down. Garrosh is low. Joanna chases in. Now the damage coming in onto Jaina, and she gets finished off there by a Viking. Weskra is low, throws the Falling Sword down, does not catch Anna before she gets to safety. The shields on this court starting to fall, but so are the health bars on the side of Minion Miners. As Garrosh getting flipped away there. Down goes the core. That will be Minion Miners winning game one fairly quickly and fairly dominant fashion. So Minion Miners going to take game number one here. And you take a look at the damage. Fairly low, but it just came down to that's off lane. So many deaths from ReGen Anomaly really came in that off lane, as they really didn't know what to do with the Rexar and the Vikings there. Felt like just the self-sustain of the Misha and the Vikings really prevented Voodoo and Leishmar Vul from doing much. And ultimately, that control of top lane turned into control of the game. Didn't help that, felt like Ape Sandals gave a couple cheap deaths away, I think, early, and that snowballed the map. See if Minion Miners, maybe if that's just a little bit of fatigue from the season, or if they can come back and give us a good series here on map number 2. We'll find out here in a bit. Stay tuned. Thank you all for watching. Alright, welcome back everyone. Nexus Gaming Series DB Smiley. Oh, I forgot to play the bumper. Play the bumper. Wiki wiki! Thank you for indulging me. I've actually done that every single time I've played the bumper. I've just had my microphone off. But we're moving into map number 2, which is going to be Alterac Pass as chosen by the members of Minion Miners. Very short map number 1. Interesting off-lane picks there, the Vikings and the Rexar. But it definitely seemed that ReGen Anomaly just not really able to figure out what they wanted to do against it and really struggled. But we'll see what happens here in game number 2. But overall, it's been a rough season, as we mentioned, ReGen Anomaly. Minion Miners have had a hard time winning games as well, but they do have enough. They are certainly in the playoffs. Not a beer, by the way. But I actually really like this. It's hard to find this shit anymore, though. Coke originally made it, and they sold it to, I think, Monster? Not sure. Not a Coca-Cola product anymore. And it's impossible to buy in bulk. I've tried. I'm able to buy amp in bulk. Not this stuff. I actually like it. Not sponsored or anything, just a shill. But we are moving into the draft here on Alterac Pass. Gonna be ReGen Anomaly versus Minion Miners. Game 2, ReGen Anomaly with first pick. It is going to be... what band out first? Do we get some more cheese on this map? We shall see. I'm always a fan of stinky cheese. Some nice pungent cheese. Joanna getting banned. On the other side, it's banned out by Minion Miners. I can't remember what was banned in the last game. I know there was a Sylve banned. There was an ETC banned as well. That's true. So ETC taken off the table. So top 2 tanks in the game are out. Mal'Ganis is not banned this week, so it can be picked. May, however, is banned. May cannot be chosen in this draft. Sylvanas is going to be banned out. That was banned out by ReGen Anomaly in the last game. I can't remember what their other band was. It was not Joe. Cassia getting banned out by Minion Miners. Cassia very strong at the moment. I know in the second bands it was Rag and Deathwing that were banned out, or in the third bands. Second band phase, third band. But first pick coming from ReGen Anomaly. Do they grab their tank here? Maybe we see something like a Rhaegar or a Raynor, top tier assassin pick, top tier healer pick. It's going to be Anduin. Putting priority onto that. Bit surprising, unless they expected the Anduin to be grabbed by Minion Miners and they really wanted to get it. With Joe banned, you lose the most obvious light bomb target. But that said, you could always go into Sonya. Leap Bomb is always quite strong. That said, you are now going against that Zul Blust combo. Zul, in this case, if he takes Skeletal Mages, that almost guaranteed forces the engage with the slows. And then Blust, of course, is just a metric shitload of follow-up. Let's see. You need some kind of disengage against that, and there it is. I was about to say Falstad seemed like the obvious choice. I like the Tyrael pick. I'm going to be honest. I love the Tyrael pick here. You have the option for Sanctification when they do get a good Blust combo off, just to nullify out several seconds of it. think that's a good choice. I was going to suggest just that. Voodoo, one of the OGs of Nexus Gaming series, one of the founders actually. Zul, Rhaegar, what are they going to pair with that? Not Ming, which I'd actually, I could have seen the Ming picked up here by Minion miners. With the Zul route, it actually works quite well. But that said, maybe more priority onto some auto attackers. Ming obviously not great with the Blust. It is going to be Medivh banned out, which makes sense. Medivh Zul is a good combo. Make sure to get Zul into the enemy team. It's going to be Varian. Oh god. Don't, nah. Bad. Bad Himibo. Bad. It's going to be Varian and Rexar. Imperious. I will say that definitely Varian could benefit from the Blust. I really hope that's not a TB. But they told me spicy. And I will say that TB would absolutely be spicy. That is a monk. I think this is indeed a TB. It could be a taunt, but the way they're building their comp and the way they suggested they might meme, I'm not ruling that the possibility. But that said, there's a lot of disengage. There's the Junkrat Tire. There's the Mighty Gust. There's the Sanctification. But, this is the end of the season for ReGen Anomaly. End of the regular season for Minion Miners. They will go to playoffs, though they will face very, very stiff competition in their first match. Taking a look once again at that bracket, you can see Minion Miners will be the 4 seed, play against Tainted Orphans, who have won several straight. They were, as the second half of the season started, they were comfortably the 3 seed, managed to pull upsets on both ReGen Phoenix and on ReGen Retro and Phoenix Rising Ruby. So looking forward to see what they do in the playoffs. We have a game. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Caster just getting the last couple things ready here. Forgive the delay. Sure, everything's good to go, and here we go. Let's go ahead and introduce the 2 teams. On the left, it's going to be ReGen Anomaly. Carve going to be on Falstad. Naisu on the Anduin. Voodoo going to be on the Tyrael. Leish Marvul is going to be on Junkrat, and Ape Sandals up in the top on Imperious. On the other side, Marshall on the Zul. We got Sir Mac and Cheese on Rhaegar. Weskra going to be on the Karazim, who did go Iron Fist. Down in the bottom, Murderin on Rexar, and up in the top, Himibo is going to be on Varian. And he went High King's Quest. That tells me TB. That tells me tuberculosis. Is what that tells me. Not cancer, but it's still pretty bad. TB. Rhaegar, Monk rotating in to do the camp. Zul solo soaking. Nobody yet rotating for ReGen Anomaly. We'll see who they send. Looks like Anduin's headed that way, as is Tyrael. Up in the top, Varian will keep an eye on his High King's Quest progress as we watch this game. Marshall, Voodoo. 1v1 me, bro. IRL in mid lane. Zul obviously going to win that wave clear. Tyrael, though, trading in well. Tyrael did go Justice for All, so doesn't have the lull tier self-sustain in order to make sure that he's protecting allies effectively. The fire bats, and that's what they are. They are coded as fire bats. They function identical to fire bats. The only difference, there's 3 of them instead of 2. So the fire bats do get up onto the fort wall in favor of minion miners at the moment. Level 4s come in. It is Tuberculosis Varian. There we go. This is a main tank Zool. That said, the main tank Zool is, you know, not exactly going to survive that one. Rip Tire, or Junkrat Concussion Mine separating out. Weskra looking for the leap, but just couldn't find it in time and does go down as well. So early lead here for ReGen Anomaly. We'll see if Minion Miners able to bring this back. Taking a look at High King's Quest progress. 19 hero attacks, 5 globes. Obviously no takedowns yet, as there are no team takedowns on the side of Minion Miners. Clear our screen. We'll go ahead, clean that off. This is a snow map, which, of the weather events, the snow is the least offensive to my senses, even though it's still fucking stupid as shit. It is a slight shield. It is a fixed shield, which means proportionally it helps squishies more than it helps tanks, as it gives everyone the same HP bonus. There's a turnaround here on the Misha, who is under towers now. Zool cleaning up that bot lane. The first objective is in the bottom. Weskra gonna do some damage here, but actually takes quite a bit. Needs to dodge that. Is going to survive. Marshall, though, now in a bit of trouble. There's the spear. He's going to try to self-sustain with the auto attacks, but is going to get the heal from Monk and will actually get away. Weskra with actually some good body blocks there to get Zool out of that one. Meanwhile, Tuberculosis continues to push top, while Rhaegar pushes mid. Misha soaking the bottom. The prison camp has been picked up, but I have a suspicion that Minion Miners is just content to split push here. Level 7 is here for both teams. This is a full W build Zool, as we see the second wind coming out from Varian with that attack speed, of course, going to make him very difficult to kill. Interesting talent out of Monk, not going with the Q extra dashes, instead going the Deadly Fist, increased duration, as well as the cooldown reduction. There's some separation onto Weskra. Drops the healing totem, gets cleaned up immediately by Voodoo. As now the objective starts to push in. It's going to go the deepest initially on the bottom lane. Mid lane, though, could get a tower, maybe 2. That said, the Zool and the Monk doing quite a lot of damage to it. They do get it down before a tower drops. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Rhaegar has rotated in. Imperius has gone over the wall looking for Murderin. Almost gets Murderin, but manages to survive. Now goes back in, but I don't think Ape Sandals is going to get out of this one. Mayhaps, no, I was right. I was about to say mayhaps I'm wrong, but I am not. I'm never wrong. Caster, never wrong. But with that, we have Blust, Poison Nova rather than Skeletal Mages, which I think with as much melee as I have, whatever. Caster doesn't matter. 7-sided Strike, Bestial Wrath out of Misha, which now is being turned into a boss, and Varian is doing a boss too. Oh my goodness. This is just alright. Well, Varian does decide, yeah, maybe I can't do the boss. High King's Quest, let's take a look at that. No, Varian working on it again. High King's Quest at 0 takedowns, so 48 hero attacks, 16 globes. Almost got, actually, the globes one tends to take the longest. Almost have that one down. But that said, getting spotted out, we'll walk away. That said, 1/3 of High King's Quest is now done. Himibo, though, low. Here comes the Judgment, gets the finish, despite the cleanse from Sir Mac and Cheese. Came in a bit early to make sure that the Faustad laser wouldn't catch Varian out, but the Judgment finish was there. Meanwhile, though, this boss in the bottom has been picked up and does take this bottom fort. Our viewer count is going up. I assume it's because I'm an amazing caster and not because other games are ending. But that said, this is a fun little map here. Marshall just reposted in the wrong neighborhood. 3 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. Don't want you to be frustrated with me. But, ooh. And I was quoting the Dino Flask version of that. I haven't watched... has Dino Flask put out a video lately? I admittedly haven't played Overwatch in a long time. Although I'm thinking about getting back into Overwatch during the off-season for NGS. I know I'm not playing Heroes this off-season. My old roommate and I are actually playing Borderlands, too. And I've been playing Rage. That's a fun game. Rage is actually not that bad. It's a corridor shooter, but it honestly... it holds up fairly well. Ooh, Bloodlust has to be used for the disengage. Never ideal. And that should hand this boss over unless they start getting some kills. Misha has gone down. No, not Misha. Himibo goes in the back. Now gets rooted under the boss, taking boss attack. Carve at 60 health has to walk away from this, though. And so this boss still should be picked up by minion miners. That said, a spear on the Variant. Here comes the Judgment. They do get Himibo, and now perhaps a chance to turn this. Zul stepping back, trying to rejoin Murderin and company. Now Zul completely isolated, gonna go down. The boss, meanwhile, has leashed. This map getting a little crazy. I will say this: I've been playing ReGen last week. It holds up rather well. Not to say it's anything super unique. I mean, it's a corridor shooter with a kind of a half-assed open world. But you know, it's still fun. Graphically, it's great. Gameplay-wise, the shooting is very satisfying. I've been having fun with it. Meanwhile, boss has been picked up in the top. It's going to rotate into the lane. Now the objective is up. They need to retake this, of course. 15 seconds. But the siege camp will be stolen here. But that said, so will Rexar's life. Rexar does go down. And Varian is AFK pushing. So there's the Judgment. Now the root. And Varian does at least get the tower. Meanwhile, Rhaegar gonna make a play for the top. While the top boss has been mostly cleaned up, it will die to the keep walls. And this game, I think, only has one theme song that we can play for it. And I think I'm gonna have to just let the song speak for itself. Alright, that's enough of that. The team's probably going to be unhappy that I played that. Still, though, it has been that kind of game from minion miners, but that said, it's working. They are about to get the bottom keep. They've really not made any play for the objectives. They're just pushing with their auto attack. And they have grabbed the bottom keep. Varian pushing the mid. And Naisu now getting turned around on. There's the Bloodlust. Protected, by the way, was used. The auto attack still coming in all the same. There's the Poison Nova. Judgment tries to buy Naisu space. Naisu is still alive. Finally goes down. But Himibo gets pulled under the keep by Imperious. Weskra going to go down to the Tyrael. And I think there's only one thing to say to that. Marshall trying to get out of there. All right. This game's gonna get muted because of the use of copyrighted music. You know what? I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm not like trying to make it as a streamer. I have 8 people watching. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm just having fun. And this game has been fun to watch. Albeit, it has admittedly been a little bit of a fiesta for clowns. Sir Mac and Cheese needs to be careful. Drops the Earthgrass Totem, but has really nowhere to go. Oh, that was a good read by Sir Mac and Cheese. Nonetheless, the judgment... That was a good read by Sir Mac and Cheese. He recognized if the root hit him, he died. He died anyway. Speaking of dying, Monk is also gonna die. Riptire comes out. Meanwhile, up in the top, Minion Miners does have Murderin pushing that top fort. Varian pushing the mid keep. Zool goes down here defending, so it seems like we might get an all-in here. At least they'll get the keep. I almost think they have to all-in off this, as now they're about to lose their second keep. And that is indeed what is going to happen. Rexar has backed. Varian now coming to back as well. Nope, never mind. Change of plans. The damage coming in. Now, keep in mind the boss has 40 armor. Monk comes in. There's the 7-sided for AoE damage, which is always the best way to use 7-sided, he says, sarcasm dripping from his voice. The Bloodlust now looking for kills. Naisu is low, and Naisu is going to get dropped. Voodoo is going to go down as well. That is 3 deaths, and the core rush does not succeed from the members of ReGen Anomaly. Unable to grab a map win here off that. And I have to think that will turn into a core on the side of Minion Miners, given how much damage they have. Plus not available, but with 3 deaths, I don't think they need it. With the boss only having, the core only having 20% armor. Imperius gonna buy some time with the Varian. Try to pull him under the top keep. Poison Nova comes out. Ape Sandals will drop. Faustad low as well. 4 is going down, and that will be the series. What a fun little series it was. Inconsequential series as far as playoff standings, but Minion Miners still played it well. That will be the game. See if we maybe do something a little bit of a post game, maybe. We'll see. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here. I am joined by Marshall and Himibo of the victorious Minion Miners. Guys, you came in with a little bit of a fire tonight. What was the thought process there? Mm-hmm. Completely understand, and obviously, I mean, this match, didn't have playoff implications, so you guys did make playoffs, but are locked into the 4 seed. How does that align with your kind of goals if we were to go back in time towards the beginning of the season? What would you make from that, Himibo? Hang on, I'm gonna have to cut you off here for a second. I am not getting any audio out of you. Okay, can you speak again? I apologize. I have not been getting any.
Okay.
I've been getting my audio. I have not been getting your guys' audio, and I apologize. It has fixed now. I'm not sure why that occurred.
Who
OBS
knows?
randomly changed the audio settings on me.
I mean, you know how computers are, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're the worst, you know?
Apologies to everyone who wondered why I was being silent for a long time after asking questions. I wasn't just being introspective. I was being stupid, and that's the difference.
Oh no, dude, you're not stupid. Everyone loves you, Smiley. All right, well, listen. All I was saying is that this division is really hard. I compared to AE's last season, which felt like we were middle of the pack. This is such a small division with so many strong teams that it's really tough. But we've taken a game off of every team that we've played, and we played them all pretty close. So I really feel good about our playoff chances.
I'm pulling up the bracket here and just reminding the fans who you're playing first. Tainted Orphans. Either of you want to take point on what you think heading into that match next week?
I have some thoughts. So, Ravar, or however you pronounce his name, he's one of the players on their team. He is just a legend. I mean, he is so good at this video game. Every time I watch him, it's like it's like jaw-dropping plays all the time. And I mean,
it's true.
He's the guy to watch out for.
If you look at the stats in our division, he's like at least top 10 in like 4 or 5 different categories.
It's got to be higher than that.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah, he's a god. He's so good. He's the guy to watch out for. It's anything he plays. I mean, his Zeratul is like pro Zeratul. It's so insane. So,
I mean, if there were a pro scene, rip HTC.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. Seriously though,
he's number 1 in kills, number 2 in takedowns, number 1 in highest average damage per game per minute, and he's also number 5 in XP per minute. And he's number 4 in average XP per game. Like he's very much like in every single one.
And they were kind of they steamrolled us the last series. I mean, and they've been steamrolling everyone they've been playing, as far as I know. So anyway, yeah, they're gonna be a tough opponent, but we played them really close. In fact, I think we had them in the first series. In fact, you cast us in our
Mhm.
first series of the season. We lost
Yeah.
in 3 games, but I felt like we really had them game 1 and let it slip through our fingers. 1 game 2, so I know we can do it. It's just
It was
we
the
got
other
to
way
show up.
around.
So
We won game 1 and we let game 2 slip
oh,
through our
that's right, that's
fingers
right, that's right. Yeah,
uncursed.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Game
I
3
mean,
was bad.
either way, it's going to be a tough out. I mentioned at the beginning of the season that I thought A West was going to be the toughest division. I honestly did not expect kind of the separation we saw, I would say, from the top 3. I expected kind of the
Mhm.
whole division to be close. It just seemed like Wholesome Halfwits, their synergy just seemed a bit off from the get-go, and obviously they had the drop, and I think ultimately those top 3 teams really did show level. But I would say those top 3 teams in this division, I would be surprised if they weren't all top 5 in A East. And when you consider that
Mhm.
that's more than half of your matches against those teams, it certainly makes it a tough out. So congrats on making playoffs despite that. But with that,
Thank you.
I'm going to cut to a break. I'm going to cast another game at 11:30. It's going to be a playoff match in B West. But before I go,
Nice.
you two want to throw out some shout outs here.
Go ahead, Marsh.
Shout out to my wife who's watching and was flaming us before the game.
Wifey.
We forgive you, and
She didn't believe in us.
we also
Mm.
we also proved you wrong.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So let me know how the couch is. If it's comfy, let me know. We're in the market for a couch. And I frankly, if it's comfy, I want to know about it. That's all.
You're her
That's
best
fair.
friend. You're her best friend now for saying that.
I would like to say thanks to ReGen Anomaly because Wes was trying to say this while we were in the lobby, but yeah, so many teams like whenever they are know they're not going to make the playoffs or they're having an off season or whatever, and especially in a division that's as hard as this one, they just like quit playing. You know, if they're even in the first half of the season, it's like you're losing a bunch. It's easy to lose your morale, you know, and
Yeah.
just quit. They're playing in. There's no chance they make playoffs, and they play that series with us. Like that's really cool. So
they're incredibly good sports while playing it. They're having
Exactly.
fun. They're making jokes. You know, they're not getting so I want to echo that. ReGen Anomaly, we hope to see you again. We know this season was a bit rough, but we really hope to see you again in thank you guys for
they
coming on.
they are the team like that I wish that every NGS team could be, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
win or lose, you're like having fun, you're having a good time. Because like I mean, we're not this isn't our like livelihood, you know, we're not like making, you know, like thousands of dollars per we're just having this for fun, but so many people take it too seriously, I think. So anyway, just shout out to them. Shout out to you, Smiley. Good
Thank
luck
you.
to your team in the playoffs.
I look
and
forward to us making it look good when we lose our first match.
That's exactly what I hope too for me, you know.
Agreed. Yeah.
Anyways,
One of these
thanks, man.
days, we're gonna break through in the playoffs. One of these years. I'm just
One
saying.
of these years,
One of
yeah, I
them.
agree.
This could be the year. This
Yeah.
could be it.
It could be. You never know.
My understanding, and I'm not sure this is true. I know Jailbait has been around in some capacity since season 2. My understanding is that the team, and I've only been on the team for a season and a half, has never won a playoff game.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I know that
maybe they just need a little bald guy to make it happen, or I'm just kidding. We're gonna shit the bed anyway. But yeah, anyway.
You gotta keep the tradition alive, Smiley. You know?
Yeah, agreed.
I'll do the best
Very
I
important.
can with it. All right. Well, with that,
Okay,
thank you guys.
please do well though. In all seriousness, we need to be in the same division next season. You weren't there, but back in the day, Minion Miners and Jailbait had like this epic.
Oh no, I was
like,
there. I
rivalry.
wasn't on either team.
On the team, you were there, yeah. Exactly.
But I remember the Twitch
know.
chat moderations. Anyway.
Oh, dude, the worst. Yeah, so we got to be in the same division. Let's hope.
I think I was in. No, I wasn't in the same division at the time because I was on Team Braindead. I think you guys were both in the West that season.
Yeah. Well, we were in the
other way
East,
around.
But I will say this.
Yeah, that was season 5. So that was a while ago.
Oh, season 5 we were Div C. Yeah, so we were too bad back then. Okay, so anyway, good luck to you guys. Either stomp so that we get to A, or if you lose, we'll try to lose really hard too, so we make it down to B.
We'll throw.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, with that, thank you guys. Take
Thanks,
care.
man.
Have a great night. And with that,
You too.
thank you all for watching. Take care. We will see you actually back in 27 minutes. I have another match that I'm going to pick up. It is Soak Every Lane versus Bronze 6, which is a Division B West playoff matchup, 4 versus 5 seed. In the meantime, let's see who we're going to raid. I have more viewers now that the match is over than I had during the match. Don't know what to make of that. Let's throw a raid over to... Oh, this is a good playoff matchup. Let's throw the raid over to Arrow. And, come back here in 27 minutes. Or don't. It's your night. Enjoy it. We're all going to be dead before too long.